And Brandon flies one deep to left. Back goes Desmond to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but that guy who tried to catch the Brandon Nimmo Oppo Taco, he went up to catch it, and yeah, it didn't work out well for my guy. He hit himself in the head. What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball recap. We are in for a very fun video today. Whoa, hold on. I just got a notification. Felipe Vazquez arrested on what?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, this guy's gone. This guy is done forever. I hope that Felipe Vazquez knows that he's not an actual Pirate. Like, it's not 1547 where you could get away with something like this. This is illegal. I've watched so many episodes of To Catch a Predator to where I know that Felipe Vazquez is gone from baseball. He's going to get banned from MLB and society because even people in prison, actual criminals, don't even like pedophiles. So that's just one of those things where we have to keep in mind Felipe Vazquez, he could have been used as a trade piece to get Gavin Lux from the Dodgers. So it's really good that the Dodgers did not make that trade. Felipe Vazquez is an absolute piece of you know what, and I think that he should go away forever. Lock him up, toss the keys, and let's get into talking about more baseball, because wow, that sucks. And when I say sucks, I mean sucks for the Pittsburgh Pirates because they were starting to look pretty decent in terms of going forward. They had their closer. They have Brian Reynolds, Kevin Newman. They have guys like Starling Marte and Josh Bell. So they had some pieces, and now that's just been ripped away from them. It's just been a crazy morning for sports because we already know what happened to Felipe Vazquez. Also, if you guys are NFL fans, there will be a second video out today, the second episode of NFL Recap. We're going to talk about how Jalen Ramsey is about to get traded to the Kansas City Chiefs of all teams. So it's just, there's a lot to get into today, but for right now we're going to focus on baseball, so let's get into it. Marcell Ozuna was the MVP from yesterday's Cardinals game. He was doing it both in the batter's box as well as on the field, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that right now. I've always really liked Marcell Ozuna's game, especially his swing, because when he hits a home run and he knows it's gone, it is one of the prettiest swings in all of baseball. So Marcell Ozuna, the MVP. Take it away, man. Now, in that same game, Anthony Rendon hit his 34th home run on the season. So I'm going to ask you guys a question, and you guys have to answer it in the comment section down below. Who is going to win the NL MVP? Is it going to be the injured Christian Yelich? Is it going to be Cody Bellinger, who hasn't really looked like Cody Bellinger since the second month of the season? Or is it going to be Anthony Rendon? He doesn't really provide much on defense or on the base paths, but in the batter's box, this guy's an absolute animal.
Against Strasburg.
Out to deep left center. At the wall. 2-0. Base hit into left. One run on the board. Here comes another. The throw by Ozuna to the plate. And it's change it. Ozuna. Fair. It's fair.
Next recap is going to be brought to you by our friends over at SeatGeek. If you're going to any sporting events, baseball, football, basketball, or even concerts, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save $20 off, especially if you want to see Jose Barrios doing his thing, because he has moments where he is the best pitcher in the game. I'm really actually meaning that. His movement, his velocity, when he is commanding the baseball, he is one of the game's best. Yesterday, he had a little rough start against the Chicago White Sox, but then he was able to settle down. An excellent outing yesterday, so if the Twins, if they can get Jose Barrios playing like he's supposed to, and if they can get a few more good performances from Jake Odorizzi and all their other guys, they'll be scary going into the playoffs. I mean, not that they already weren't scary, but yeah, they're going to be even scarier if their pitching is good.
6 knocked in.
On the ground, a base hit. And the Twins have tied it up.
And a base hit.
Driven to right field. A rocket. Off the base of the wall.
In 2011. Swing and a miss on a sweeping breaking ball that nearly hit him in the ankle. He walked in flat out to center tonight. He got him, strike 3.
So we talked about how Marcell Ozuna was the MVP for his team yesterday. One other guy that pretty much did everything for his squad is Desmond. He hit a home run and he made an amazing defensive play. And one more note to that game is Trevor Story hit a 3-run home run. This guy is one of the best, if not the best, hitting shortstops in all of baseball. I wish that we had him as a second baseman on the Indians. That would be really good, but that's a pie in the sky idea. That's never going to happen. I just really like Trevor Story. He's amazing in real life and inside MLB The Show. If you've ever used Trevor Story in MLB The Show, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
And that's hit well to left. Has a chance to get out of here. It is gone.
Pitch. Well hit to left. That'll keep it going. Going.
The lineup for New York. This ball's well hit to left center field by Nimmo. And the leap at the wall.
So the Rockies were able to beat the New York Mets. So now that we have about 13 to 14 games left in the season, do we think that the New York Mets are going to be a wild card team? In my opinion, I don't know if it's going to happen, but then again, in the past, every time that I've said the New York Mets are not going to be anything special, they then become something special, because if I ever downplay someone or if I drop someone from my fantasy team, they end up doing amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. Let's see if it works. The New York Mets will not make the playoffs. Watch them now win 14 games in a row. The Orioles fall to the mighty Tigers yesterday. I know that's kind of an oxymoron because the Tigers are anything but mighty. I think that the series is actually pretty important because it's going to be a race to who is the worst team in all of Major League Baseball. Because at this point, if you can get the first pick in the 2020 draft, that's going to mean something, because we have guys like Blaze Jordan and Spencer, I think his name is Torkelson. Both of those guys, in my opinion, are going to be studs. We saw the Orioles lose to the Detroit Tigers yesterday, even though Trey Mancini hit his 33rd home run. This guy would be putting up numbers if he played for any other team. I like Trey Mancini. I think that he should be traded next year ASAP. It's just, his bat is being wasted.
That necessary tone. Jordy Mercer launches one to left. Get out of here! 2-0 Tigers.
The 2-0. Line drive, base hit into left center field. Lugo around third. He will score.
The 0-2. Blows him away.
The Diamondbacks were able to take advantage of a bad Miami Marlins team, especially their defense. Jake Lamb was able to show that, as well as Eduardo Escobar is hitting some home runs. I do like the Arizona Diamondbacks. Their pitching is sometimes suspect. Ketel Marte is a dark horse MVP candidate that no one is talking about, but guess what? I'm going to. He's not going to win, but I do think that he should get some votes because he's been an absolute savage.
The 6th. Escobar, fly ball, right field corner. Get out of here.
For Eduardo Escobar.
Number 8. Lamb rockets one down the line. Fair ball, it's in the corner. Almonte scores. Dyson is home. Here comes Escobar. Hey, he's in there.
So this is going to be a very interesting stat line, but you know what? Marcus Semien has now joined Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. I don't even remember the stat line because there's so much that goes into it, but he joins this club right here. A lot of home runs, some hits, some stolen bases, and it's just, there's a lot to talk about. So here we go. The A's. Now, unfortunately though, even though Marcus Semien is joining elite company, like actual legend status, the A's were not able to secure that victory, as the Royals, they make a comeback courtesy of Adalberto Mondesi and their offense.
And he hits with the center. He hits it well. Phillips going back.
They play Soler straight up, and he's missed.
Hendricks' pitch is swung
Timely.
And now Merrifield hits it deep to center field, and Laureano is back, and he dropped it.
Yeah, make it hurt.
That is a base hit into left field. And the Royals are going to take
the Cubs have scored like 1 million runs in the last few days. I'm telling you, the Cubs are white hot right now. Chris Bryant is doing his thing. We have Nicholas Castellanos, who is 6 doubles away from having 60 doubles on the season, which not a lot of people have done that. I think less than 10 people in baseball history have had 60 doubles in one season. And if I take a look at my notes, Kyle Schwarber has 18 home runs and a 935 OPS in the second half, so he's raking. If Cole Hamels is done for the season, that might be something that the Cubs fans have to say, you know, that's it, the season's over. Also, Anthony Rizzo, he broke his ankle. Not really. I think it looked like he broke his ankle, but it's actually a sprained ankle. He might be done for the rest of the season. But the Cubs offense might be able to overcome all of that, because they're clicking, they're firing on all cylinders as they take another dub yesterday.
Home runs. A swing and a drive toward left center field and deep. Hayward drives one toward left center on the run. Lorenzen hits up.
Diving stop. Chris Bryant up with it.
Swing and a drive left center field. There it is in the gap. Base hit. 2 runs will score on a double by Nicholas.
The final game that I want to recap from yesterday was the Padres versus the Brewers game. Now, one thing to note is that Trevor Richards, he was really good for the LA Angels, but then he had Tommy John surgery and then he signed for the Padres. He came back. He was decent. He went 3 innings or something like that. He had 5 strikeouts. Unfortunately, though, he ran into the Brewers, who you are not going to stop because their offense is just unstoppable right now. So, yeah.
Swing and a shot down the right field line. That is a fair ball. Up again.
Spangenberg hits it hard, center field, and it is over the head of Myers. And hits that one hard, right field line. That is up, and that one is out. Travis Shaw.
All right, well, that is going to do it for yesterday's games because there weren't very many to go around. There's just been so much crazy stuff that has happened this morning. We have Felipe Vazquez, who was arrested on just a million obscene charges, and I think that he's going to go away for a long time. Jalen Ramsey might be traded to the Chiefs. So again, guys, make sure you hit those bells because there will be a second video NFL recap coming out later today. But I think we're going to go ahead and end the video with this day in history. I'm going to go ahead and bring it back. So if you guys want to be in the video, let me know what happened on September 18th in baseball history. You guys can partake. But in terms of what happened today, on September 17th, 1941, Stan the Man Musial, he made his major league debut where he went 2 for 2. Next up, we have September 17th, 1953. Ernie Banks became the first black player to put on a Chicago Cubs uniform, and I think that panned out. One of the greatest shortstops and infielders of all time. And then last but not least, September 17th of 2004, Barry Bonds hit his 700th home run. So take it for what you want, whether you like Barry Bonds or you think that he's a cheater or you think that he did it on his own. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the second video today. Oh man, what a day. Jeez, what a morning. Peace out.